Good afternoon and/or good evening. I am Catherine Johnson, Planning Board, Precinct E. I'm going to ask and then thank Mr. Moderator for waiving the reading of this motion at town meeting, as it has been available on the town website, Planning Department, for all town meeting members to read. Article 28 seeks to amend Section 1B definitions in order to make the zoning bylaw clear and more usable. As dull or wonky as this article may seem, planning considers it an essential step in our ongoing recodification efforts. Currently, definitions, the skeletal structure of the zoning bylaw, are found in Section 1B and also in many, many other sections. At best, this is confusing. When the zoning bylaws was first written, all definitions were placed at the beginning in Section 1B. These terms then applied to all sections. However, as new sections were added, it was considered best practice to put definitions, especially technical terms, near their regulations. For example, words that define the intensity of light would be found in Section 16G, outdoor lighting. An unintended consequence occurred when a term defined in one specific section could apply generically through the bylaw. That definition was hidden, overlooked, and often ignored. To go back to our skeletal analogy, this is rather like finding a kneecap connected to the rib cage but missing from the leg. The objective of Article 28, then, is to improve the structure of the zoning bylaw without changing current usage of the terms. With this article, planning is seeking to put all definitions or references to all definitions together. The changes are ministerial and typographic, yet we have tediously divided this task into 3 motions. Motion 1. This motion covers a specific definition that is defined twice within the zoning bylaw. Assisted units has a basic meaning when it is used throughout the bylaw but carries technical connotations when it appears in Section 14J and 14J.1, our Smart Growth Overlay District. This proposed change, inserting the words "except as used in," accommodate both uses of the term. Motion 2. Motion 2 is the mainstay of Article 28. It moves all definitions into Section 1B, inserting widely used terms and inserting references to terms specific to certain individual sections. All definitions will appear in alphabetical order. Planning will use this methodology as a precedent when we add new sections to the bylaw. There also are situations when a definition can apply generically throughout the zoning bylaw, but develop a more specific use within one particular section. In this instance, the definition will appear in Section 1B, but carry a caveat referencing the exception. Going forward, planning will further examine these terms and determine if future amendments to Section 1B may be appropriate. Motion 3. Motion 3 makes changes to the rest of the zoning bylaw in order to reflect the changes in Section 1B. For example, if a term has been moved to Section 1B, it is then to be removed from its current location. At present, the bylaw randomly uses lowercase or capital letters for defined terms. All defined terms should begin with an initial capital letter. This motion will make that happen. The zoning bylaw also incorrectly uses plural for singular nouns and omits a qualifying word or two, such as when it refers to director while meaning planning director. This motion seeks to correct many of these problems. In the end, very few residents will ever be aware of each and every change. However, for those who are zoning wonks, or have legal minds, or sift through the bylaws frequently, these changes will make for an easier read, use, and understanding. These changes will also help planning as it pursues recodification. And so, we thank you for listening and ask for your favorable vote.